She called it a small dinner. Family, close friends, nothing formal. But when I stepped into the restaurant, I felt the lie before anyone spoke. The lighting was too soft, too deliberate. The table, too long. 12 seats, not 6. A centerpiece of white lilies and wine-dark roses stretched like an apology that hadn't been spoken yet. I saw her mother first, Agnes. Silver hair, too perfect. A smile sharpened into something else when she saw me. "You made it," she said, as if surprised. Her eyes scanned my clothes, my watch, my silence. And then her hand found the man beside her. Tall, tailored suit, a face made for command. "My boss, Richard Cole," she said, her voice rising like she was announcing royalty. "Richard, this is my daughter's husband, the one who still hasn't found his feet, our unemployed dreamer." A few people chuckled, some looked away. My wife didn't. She froze, half smile, half guilt. Richard turned to me, studying. His expression didn't move for a long time. Then, slowly, too slowly, he smiled. He turned back to her mother. "You're fired," he said. The room went still, and I realized I wasn't the one being exposed tonight. Someone else was. The laughter that followed was nervous, fragmented. Agnes stammered something about a misunderstanding, but Richard had already walked away. I sat beside my wife, the air between us burning with everything unsaid. She touched my hand, mechanical, practiced. I didn't pull away. "Don't take it personally," she whispered. "She's just old-fashioned." Old-fashioned? That's one way to describe humiliation served cold in front of strangers. The party stumbled forward. Champagne glasses clinked. The cake came out, candles flickering like nervous lies. I watched her mother across the table, her fingers trembling as she texted someone under the tablecloth. Her lips moved slightly, repeating the words, "Please call me." I knew that look. Not guilt, fear. When we got home, I asked my wife who Richard really was. She hesitated, then said, "Just Mom's boss." Just? The word that kills truth quietly. But her eyes flicked away when she said it, and in that second I knew. Richard Cole wasn't just anyone, and my wife's mother wasn't just old-fashioned. She was hiding something that had finally started to rot. The next morning, I started digging. Not with rage, with precision. Old messages, deleted emails recovered from the cloud, photos tucked in shared folders from years ago. Patterns emerged. Trips that didn't make sense, calls at strange hours, transfers of money labeled consulting. There were pictures of Richard and Agnes at corporate retreats. Then one photo of my wife, at a dinner table, his hand on her shoulder. No caption, no smile. Just evidence waiting to breathe. I didn't confront her. I just watched. Every morning she'd pour her coffee, glance at her phone, smile faintly. Every evening her mother would call, voices low and urgent. I played my role, the quiet husband, the background noise. But inside, I was rebuilding the crime scene. I found the final piece 2 weeks later. A message chain between Agnes and Richard. She can't know. He's starting to suspect. Then distract him. Use the party. Use me. That was their plan. To humiliate me, misdirect me, keep me small. But something went wrong. Richard wasn't playing along anymore. And I needed to know why. I asked Richard to meet me. He agreed immediately. We met in his office. Glass walls. View of the city like a wound that never healed. He poured whiskey into 2 glasses, but didn't hand me one. "I suppose you figured it out," he said. "Not everything," I replied, "but enough." He smiled, not kindly, but respectfully. She thought she could control everyone, even me. I said nothing. He leaned back, studying me. "Your wife didn't know the extent of it," he said. "Her mother, she offered her daughter's loyalty in exchange for mine." The words hung there, sharp, heavy. "I refused," he continued. That's when the lies started. A pause. A small laugh, almost pity. "She told everyone you were unstable, weak, that you'd ruin her daughter's future. But last night, when she tried to humiliate you, I saw who she really was." I stood. No anger, just clarity. "Thank you," I said, and left. When I got home, I found my wife sitting on the floor, eyes red. "Why did you meet him?" she asked. "Because your mother already did," I said. Then I handed her the printouts. Every message, every lie. Her breath caught. She didn't cry. She just whispered, "I didn't know." Maybe she didn't, but she let it happen. That was enough. Her birthday was supposed to end in celebration. Instead, it ended with silence. I invited her mother over, one last dinner. She arrived looking brittle, desperate to reclaim control. The table was set, simple, deliberate. As she sat, I placed a small folder in front of her. Receipts, messages, photos. Her hands shook. "This is invasion of privacy," she managed. "No," I said. "This is the truth you kept renting from lies." My wife sat still, eyes down. When Agnes tried to reach for her, she flinched. Then, like a reflex, the older woman tried to smile again. "You wouldn't do this to your family," she said softly. "I'm not your family," I replied. Then I stood, leaving the folder open on the table, and walked out. Behind me, I heard her mother's voice crack for the first time. Not from guilt, from the sound of her world collapsing without applause. I didn't go home that night. I didn't need to. Truth had already done what revenge never could. It hollowed them out from the inside. In the hotel room, I watched the city lights blink like tired eyes. I thought about the man I was before the party, the one who waited for permission to be seen. That man was gone. Agnes lost her job. Her reputation followed. My wife stayed behind, caught between two ruins. I didn't hate her, but I didn't love her anymore either. Some betrayals don't shatter you, they clarify you. When I closed my eyes, I saw that dinner table again. The candles, the humiliation, the smile that undid everything. And I realized something simple. That was the moment I stopped being their victim and started being free.